This is why deserts are expanding. This isn't a new phenomenon. This has been going on for hundreds of years. You may think that it's all down to climate change, but there's more to the story. And what we do next could be the difference between turning this around or speeding up the problem. It's me, and this is Life Noggin. Hi there. Desertification is the process by which fertile land becomes desert. And while the Sahara Desert has been expanding southward for hundreds of years, the planet's drylands, which include deserts, are actually getting drier overall. According to a study published in 2021 in the journal PNAS, drylands cover about 41% of Earth's land surface, which is quite a bit. But they have only received 10% of the global precipitation on average. Dry lands are already dry, but they're becoming even drier. So why is this happening? A recent study published in Nature Climate Change looked at how land degradation and climate change are contributing to desertification across dry lands worldwide. The researchers found that human activity is currently causing dry lands to become more like deserts 4 times faster than climate change alone would. Now that's scary. So what exactly is land degradation? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a bunch of different things that humans can do that make soil quality worse over time. For example, when people clear vegetation to farm or graze livestock, the protective canopy that shelters the soil from the sun's rays is lost. Without that protection, the ground is more likely to experience a buildup of salts, making it harder for plants to grow and eventually turning it into a desert. Humans also often remove the roots of plants, which helps hold the soil together. Without those roots holding things together, the land is more susceptible to wind and water erosion, which breaks down the soil and washes away nutrients, again making it harder for plants to grow. When soil quality declines, its ability to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is reduced, which exacerbates climate change, which causes more evaporation, leading to drier soils, and the cycle continues. But wait, it gets worse. As drylands become deserts, native plants struggle to survive the harsh conditions. That means animals that eat those plants are out of luck too, and those animals are often replaced with invasive species that are better suited for dry, hot conditions. Invasive species can wreak havoc on an ecosystem. For example, the Sahara Desert has expanded southward by about 100 miles since the 1970s, displacing many native plants and animals and replacing them with desert shrubs like salsola, a type of wormwood. These shrubs aren't as tasty to animals as the plants that once grew there, meaning that animals have less food to eat and are forced to migrate elsewhere or starve. Not good. And remember, all that soil that's being washed away by wind and water erosion. Well, it doesn't just disappear. It ends up in waterways and eventually makes its way to the ocean, where it adds to the growing pile of sediment on the seafloor. This sediment can smother coral reefs and other marine organisms, disrupt aquatic ecosystems, and even lead to the formation of giant expanses of underwater deserts. So what can we do to stop all this? While the conversion of drylands to deserts seems irreversible on a human timescale, the researchers behind the recent study in Nature Climate Change say that we can reverse it if we change some of our land management practices. Of course, this will take some time. They estimate that it would take about 20 years for drylands to recover if we stopped degrading them today. But that's still pretty quick on the geologic timescale. One of the most effective effective ways to prevent desertification is to protect and restore vegetation, especially trees. Trees play a critical role in maintaining healthy drylands. Their root systems help hold the soil together and prevent erosion. They provide shade, helping to keep the soil cool and reducing evaporation. Plus, their canopies intercept rainfall, meaning that more water soaks into the ground rather than running off. This helps replenish groundwater supplies and maintain the water cycle. But it's not enough to just plant a bunch of trees. The trees need to be the right ones. Native trees are best because they're already adapted to the local environment and support local wildlife. Now, restoring degraded drylands isn't just about planting trees. It's also important to change how we use the land. For example, overgrazing by livestock can damage vegetation and harm soil health. So managing grazing by rotating pastures or reducing the number of animals can help prevent desertification. We can also change how we farm by adopting techniques like crop rotation, which keeps part of the farm covered with vegetation year-round to prevent soil erosion, and no-till farming, which reduces soil erosion and improves water infiltration. These techniques help maintain soil health and reduce the risk of desertification. Of course, all these techniques require careful planning and management, but the consequences of not taking action are too dire to ignore. Desertification not only threatens the delicate balance of ecosystems, but also has far-reaching implications for food security, water resources, and the livelihoods of millions of people worldwide. It's a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the profound impact of human activities on the planet. As we continue to grapple with the challenge of feeding a growing population, we must adopt sustainable land management practices that preserve the delicate balance of drylands. By investing in research, promoting education, and supporting communities on the front lines of desertification, we can pave the way for a more sustainable future. The task ahead is daunting, but the stakes are simply too high to ignore. The fate of drylands, and indeed our planet's delicate ecological balance, hangs in the balance. So what can you do to help? Well, as always, educating yourself about these issues is a great first step. The more you know, the more you can do. You can also reduce your own ecological footprint by making changes in your daily life. Simple things like reducing water usage, conserving energy, and choosing eco-friendly products can add up to a big impact. Plus, consider supporting organizations that are working to restore drylands and prevent desertification. Your contributions, whether financial or through volunteering, can make a tangible difference. Finally, spread the word. Share what you've learned with friends and family, and encourage them to take action. Together, we can all make a difference. And I want to thank you for being a part of this community. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without you. Okay, but that's not actually true. We would probably find a way, but you help us make better videos. So thank you. The science behind desertification is complex and multifaceted, encompassing various aspects of ecology, geology, and climate science. Understanding the intricate mechanisms that drive desertification is crucial for developing effective strategies to combat it. From the impacts of climate change to the effects of human activities on fragile ecosystems, each piece of the puzzle provides valuable insights into this pressing global challenge. As we continue to explore the science of desertification, it's essential to recognize the interconnectedness of our planet's systems and the far-reaching consequences of land degradation. By unraveling the complexities of this phenomenon, we can work towards more informed and sustainable land management practices, ultimately striving to preserve the delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems for future generations. Thank you for watching this episode. If you liked it, hit subscribe and leave us a comment. If you didn't like it, well, you can always hit dislike. And if you have a suggestion for a future video, leave that in the comments too. This is Life Noggin. Don't forget to keep on thinking.